Drink Adventure, a podcast where we talk about the media and drinks we consume. Yay! I'm Michelle. With me, as always, is my lovely friend Pam. Hello, Pam. How are you?
Hello, I am excellent. Warm. It's really warm out, and I had to turn off my air conditioning because it's right there.
So
But I'm good.
hot. Oh my
Yeah.
God. I'm like, yeah, your air conditioning is like, oh my God, you're going to be sweating by the end of this. Good thing you're wearing a
I
tank top,
know.
jeez.
I know. I dressed appropriately. Yeah.
So, but since it's warm though, I was like, ooh, all right, okay, I'm going to start over. I got super excited when I mentioned what we're going to be drinking today because you go, isn't that like shitty wine? I was like, I'm so excited. So, because I don't think it's shitty. And there's so many wines out there that are not shitty. So hopefully the wine that you got is not shitty. Otherwise, I'm in the doghouse with Lily. And it'll be fine. But what are we drinking? We are drinking Vinho Verde from Portugal. We got different bottles, but it's fine. What did you get? I don't even remember.
I got this Maria Papuela.
Ah, yes. Lorero and Alvarinho, right?
Alvarinho, yeah.
Yes. So, okay. Vinho Verde. What is Vinho Verde?
What is Vinho Verde?
What is Vinho Verde?
Green wine.
Green, as it does. It literally means green wine, which also really it's supposed to translate to young wine because what they used to do is they pick the grapes and like quick fermentation and then try to put them in bottle as quickly as possible because they want that freshness in it.
Right.
So that's why it's green or young. And a lot of times Vinho Verde has the association of being a little bit like spritzy, a little bit like effervescent.
Oh.
Apparently. But nowadays, winemakers will intentionally add that little bit of effervescence into the wine. But back in the day, it's because they were bottling it so quickly, fermentation wasn't completed. So fermentation would complete in bottle and create little bubbles. So
okay.
Ours should both be still. Mine's still. Yours should also be still.
It looks still.
Yeah. No bubbles
Glass
here.
is very sweaty, but I don't see any bubbles. Yeah.
Because it's so freaking hot. But yeah, Alvarinho. Alvarinho is a great varietal. Very common. Also Lorero. Lorero. Vinho Verde is actually a region in Portugal, north of Porto. So like more northern part of Portugal. And so the association I think that people have that it's a shitty wine is because it's it can be really cheap and sometimes a little sweet because it's cheap and effervescent and such. But no, ours should not be. Ours should be good and still and age-worthy and yummy.
All right. See, I didn't know it was a region. I knew that Vinho Verde meant like it was younger wine, but I had no idea that it was also a region until I read the back of this bottle.
Right? Nobody knows. I think it's like Vinho Verde. Oh, that's the grape varietal or that's whatever. Nope. It's a place and a beautiful place. It's actually really cool because I know you've been to like Napa and such. And like you go to wineries and the vineyards are like really low to the ground, right? Like they're for intentional purposes. When I went to Vinho Verde, they're like 10 feet in the air.
Wow.
I was like, what the hell's going on? It was pretty cool.
Up there.
Yeah, how do you pick them? But it's because of the air and the humidity. Like you get more airflow into the vines because it's so hot there too that they like a lot of times you want vines lower to the ground because it's warmer. Like in Burgundy, they're like 2 inches off the ground and breaking your back. But there you want the airflow in order to prevent moldy things, whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, let's drink. I want to freaking drink.
Let's drink. Right. So mine's very pale.
Yes.
Actually, not super pale, but like like sort of almost like lemony color, like that kind of yellow.
Mine too. Ours should be both Alvarinho. I think yours is Alvarinho and Lorero. I think mine is just Alvarinho, which is fine. Both very common grapes. Nose, like a lot of wet stone fruit, lemony.
For sure, stone fruit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost getting like honeydew. Like
oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Like a melon.
Sweeter. Yeah.
Taste. So is it shit?
No, it's not shit. It's very like very bright tasting, like pretty acidic. Oh yeah, there's definitely like a pop, especially at the end. There's like a little like bing on the like the back of my tongue.
That nice bright acidity to be like, ooh, I'm awake now. Yes. Not a lot of fruit. Mine doesn't have a lot of fruit to it. Is yours?
No, I don't. No, I don't taste fruit. I just smell it.
Yeah. Mine's also pretty cold, but I mean, like, I think like a lot of it has just like that wet, bright acidity and wet. I just said wet. Wet stone.
Yeah, wet stone. Yeah, a little citrusy. I'm getting. I think that's just because of the acidity, but like a little almost lemon.
Do you like it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, similar to like the Rieslings that I like that are very just like
bright and dry.
And, like taste like rocks.
I love a good rock. Well, hopefully this changed your perception of Vinho Verde. At least I love them. I love them.
It did. I think it's because my friend Mel is Portuguese, and she's always talking about like her parents forcing this wine on people.
Hell yeah! I would force this on anybody. Actually, when I was telling you I was looking this up earlier, and I was like, I started looking up plane flights to Portugal. I was like, I want to go back. It's so good. We should go, Pam. Let's go.
We should go. Let's go to Portugal.
I'm ready right now. But I gotta sign something. But yeah, so that is the wine we are drinking. A lovely little bright white wine to hopefully make Pam feel not as hot. Because it's hot as balls today. Hot as balls. But I feel like I have not been doing a good job with my media consumption lately. Although I've been doing a great job with my pickups. So I'm going to redeem myself.
Yeah, you can take that section.
Yeah.
I don't have anything for that.
But what have you been watching?
So I've watched a few things, a couple movies, a show. What did I start with? I watched the new season of Black Mirror.
I was gonna start that. Again, I'm terrible at this game.
Have you seen the rest of Black Mirror? Yeah.
Well, actually, I didn't see. I think like the last season, there was a couple episodes, or like a couple years ago, there was a couple that was released. I didn't watch those. But the previous ones, I definitely have. But I like it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I really like it too. And it's done so strangely because they always just kind of stealth drop like 3 episodes, 5 episodes. It's just, however many they feel like doing. So I think this latest season or series or whatever you call it is 5 episodes. And it's interesting because, Black Mirror is generally about technology and the ways that we can take it too far, and this season wasn't really about that, aside from the first episode, which I actually thought was one of the weakest episodes. The rest of the episodes are just kind of sort of about media, but just kind of like strange stories. My favorite episode I think was the last one, and it was actually about a demon in the 1960s.
Really?
Yeah, about a young woman who sort of makes this deal with a demon, and she has to kill people. And it's really not at all related to technology, but I just found it very amusing. And the other episodes were sort of like that as well. Like one was about sort of the dangers of the true crime obsession. So yeah, it was interesting. Definitely a fairly big departure from the rest of the seasons so far, but I found I liked some of them. Some of them maybe were a little too long.
Yeah, again, media's problem being too long.
Yeah, like the one sort of technology bad episode, it just felt so obvious, I guess, and I kind of felt like that was a struggle that the show sort of had. The longer it gets and the more fucked up technology gets, it was like, okay, what can we do to make this really bad? And so this one has to do with AI generated content, just sort of like stealing people's lives and presenting it as entertainment. um,
Yeah. I wonder if
mhm.
like they just kind of ran out of ideas, which is why they're probably
Yeah,
venturing into, hey, let's get into the demon shit now. Like, like,
exactly.
mm, interesting. But I
Uh-huh.
like Black Mirror. I mean, I'll definitely watch it eventually. Again, I'm terrible at this game. But was there any of them that you were like, oh no, like the true crime one? Because I know you like Criminal, that podcast and such, or like, oh no,
Mhm.
that's me. Because I feel like with some of those episodes, I'm like, oh no, stop with your social media, Michelle, or whatever it
Oh.
is.
I didn't really feel like that
Mm-hmm.
um, for any of the episodes. Like they were sort of enough removed from me. But yeah, it was an interesting season.
Now, not part of this season, because there's definitely a couple episodes in Black Mirror that really resonated with me, and like I still remember watching and like it feeling. Was there
Mhm.
any what's your favorite Black Mirror episode? Do you know off the top of your head? No pressure.
Favorite. One of the ones one of the first ones that really stuck out to me was the 10 million merits episode where
Mm-hmm.
everyone, what are they doing? Are they like cycling to buy credits to
Yeah.
do something? That I really liked that episode and sort of how it went and the performances in that. It's one of the ones that's definitely stood out to me the most. There was also a really fun one a couple seasons ago that was like the Star Trek one.
Yes, I love that one.
Yeah.
I should rewatch that now that I've watched Star Trek.
Yeah. That one was a lot of fun.
Mm. The one that resonates with me a lot is the one where you can record everything that you see. And so this
Yeah.
woman like the scene that resonates with me, I don't know if resonates is maybe not the word, but I remember the most is they're both they're having sex. You're having sex with your couple, but you're replaying another instance where you had like great sex and it was just like mediocre at the time. I was like, holy shit, like just seeing that experience and then doing something else, or not something else, but like
Yeah.
and then it ended up being like they're figuring out a murder, like using that footage to figure out who killed who or whatever. And then they used, oh, I should spoil it. It's spoil it. Who cares? It's like a guinea pig's vision that they used in order to like figure out the killer. I loved that episode. Crazy. God. I like Black Mirror though. I should watch it. We'll get there.
With all the other stuff you're supposed to watch.
Oh my God, right? Seriously. I'm gonna refill and I guess I'll go. What have I been watching? I watched a couple movies.
Okay.
And so the first movie I watched was Tetris. This was on Apple TV. I did not realize they made a movie about Tetris.
Yeah.
Did you know about this movie?
The story of I've heard of it, but yeah, I know the story of how Tetris came about is pretty interesting. But
yeah, so it is on Apple TV. It's from this past year, 2013, and Lord help me what this actor's name is. Name of actor plays main guy who, and honestly, they did a great job explaining how video game licensing and getting the rights to arcades and getting the rights to consoles versus PCs and what you can distribute. They did a great job explaining it. I don't remember how that works. So, so they explained that and how or what this guy. All right, so pretty much the story of Tetris is there's this happy little computer programmer in Russia. He makes Tetris.
Alexei Pajitnov.
Yes.
I know his name.
Pam's better at this than I am. This little happy little dude. Okay, maybe he's not so happy, but a Russian guy made Tetris. And then it's about really the fight or the dispute of getting the license in order to sell the game and how it came about to get to be released on Game Boy when Game Boy was initially released.
Right.
I thought it was an okay movie. Was it great? Absolutely not. They had a lot of really cute sequences where they included like pixel animation in order to set the scene and or introduce characters or scene transitions kind of thing, which was really cute, adding pixel art. I love that.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of things that you can tell they added drama just to add drama. Like, was there a car chase sequence for to acquire the rights for fucking Tetris? No. Absolutely not. But they, to add the drama to make it more Hollywood, they added a car chase sequence. Like Russia really cared that much for them. They would have just killed them. Anywho. So yeah, interesting movie. Taught me a lot about license. Actually, I don't want to say taught because I've already forgotten how it works, but interesting perspective, especially learning about the history of how Tetris came about and such. Right. So if you like video games, which I assume you do, because we like video games, it's a good watch. It's a good watch.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. What else have you watched?
I watched an older movie that's one of those movies where it's like, I can't believe I haven't watched this, which is Ginger Snaps. I recently realized I haven't really seen very many werewolf movies, but Ginger Snaps is a very sort of kind of typical coming of age horror movie where, puberty is associated with turning into a werewolf. So it's about these two sisters and they're outcasts and they were both really gothy and just always taking like fake death photos and things, and they're very close, but then one of them gets attacked by a werewolf and starts turning into a werewolf herself, and it's about sort of how their relationship kind of breaks down as the werewolf sister starts behaving more feral and killing people, and the other sister just wants to help her. So it was very good. I loved the mother in this movie. The mother was just kind of awful, but also really funny, just the way she sort of talked to the girls. It's also really, really Canadian, specifically like around where I grew up. Like it's definitely in the GTA, like suburban GTA, and so just everything was like the schools, the street signs, everything was just like, oh, I know all of this. You're
like, oh, this is my childhood. Wait, is this me? No. I love this. I have not seen Ginger Snaps or even know, when was this movie made? Like 70s or 80s? When?
Oh no, I think it's like maybe early 2000.
Oh, I'm way off. I have no mother trucking idea.
2000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is definitely Pam's childhood then. Oh my god.
Yeah. So yeah, it was good. Some of the effects, especially around the werewolves, are a little rough, but generally everything is pretty well done, and I liked it. I know there's a series of them, like there's at least 2 or 3 more movies.
Are you gonna watch them?
Yeah, I'll probably give the second one a shot at some point.
And then we'll just like tank it after that.
Yeah, I figure after 2, it's probably don't need to see any more of them, but yeah, we'll see.
Fun.
What else have you watched?
So I had this movie where the Crawdads sing on my list because I saw like a trailer for it, Lord knows on what, and it kind of looked like this fun little murder mystery thing. And I was sorely disappointed. Watched this movie. It was on like Netflix or whatever. So pretty much, let's just call it The Notebook.
Okay.
And it's just cliche. Okay, so there's this girl, this attractive young girl who, I mean, in the beginning, she's a young child. So this young little child who gets abandoned by her family. They live in North Carolina in the marshes or like the swamps. And so she just fends for herself, living at the house, going to the local grocer. Like she figures out, okay, I'm gonna hunt for mussels or whatever in order to make ends meet. And she just living by herself in the marshes. You know, she avoids social services and just living her best life. She comes to be a teenager and she finds a boy, and boy breaks her heart. And then so she dates this other boy who ends up dying, who ends up getting killed or possibly murdered. And that's where the mystery, or that's the MacGuffin, or so to say, of this story. Like, who killed the douchebag boyfriend. Was it her? Was it somebody else? So they kind of like cut between like court trials and her explaining her life to the boy situation. And it really just felt so cliched and so stupid. Like, could they make the bad boy who dies any more stereotypical idiot boy who is just like, I'm a jock. I nobody understands me but you, but I'm engaged to this other chick. I'm just like, shoot me. I'm not trying to change you, but I don't want people to see me with you. I'm like, oh, go fuck yourself. Oh my God. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. So, not a fun time. I do like the act. Don't know her name. She was in Normal People, which was a show about, she's British, but she plays this Irish girl in this show called Normal People, which I've really liked. I really like that show. Okay. This was just awful, just god awful. So do not watch this unless you want a bad time.
Yeah, I've heard of it because it was a really popular book, and then they made a movie out of it. But I did read some reviews that were just like, this is so like contrived and hokey, and it's like you live by yourself in the bayou. You probably don't have a skincare regimen or wash your hair. How are you so hot? Like,
right? Oh my God. And she's like, and like the town hates her. I'm like, I'm sorry. We hate this girl because she was, one, abandoned by her family, two, because she's adorable and cute, and all she does is draw pictures all the times and just goes into town and like, and she's all cleaned up and nice. I'm like, yeah, nobody is hating this hating this chick just because, ooh, it's Marsh Girl. No. All the boys be flocking up to Marsh Girl. Be like, yo, party in the marsh. Like, seriously. Stupid. God. It's not like she's some troll. She's an attractive young woman. Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was so bad. So bad. But I finished it. I sat through the 2 hours. I'm proud of myself.
Well, that's good. Could have been watching something better, but
check that off my list. God. I come with 2 things I watched. One of them I absolutely loathe. But you know what? That's fine. Sometimes we're gonna watch things that we're not gonna like.
Yep.
And that's okay.
Fine. And it's fun to complain about them. So.
Exactly. It's so fun to complain about them. And this stupid boys. Like, who writes these boys? Like, I understand boys are dumb. But
yeah,
this was real dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah. What is the last thing you watched?
So the last thing I watched is called Memories of Murder, and this is a film by Bong Joon-ho.
Oh.
And I have a strange relationship with his movies that I've seen. Like Parasite was the one movie that I really liked. Everything else I found very tonally inconsistent, which I did find with this. So it's a story about one detective in particular, but there's also a couple other detectives that he works with. And in a small town in South Korea, women have been being raped and murdered and left in like the same sort of way by someone. So it's about this investigation and how each of the detectives sort of goes about detecting. Like, one thinks he can determine the truth by staring into someone's eyes. One detective just like drop kicks everyone. Just like, oh, this guy's a suspect, and then he'll just fucking drop kick him and stomp on him a bunch until he confesses. And it was like, it's weird because it's like this police brutality is kind of funny. Like, I don't know what it's going for here. And then a detective from like the bigger city who has more of like scientific basis for things. And so it's all about them just investigating and trying to figure out who this killer is. And the performances are really good. Like, the main guy is the same main guy that's in like all of his movies. Like from Parasite, and The Host, and like so it's all good. It was just, I just always have a tone problem with his movies.
Yeah. What other movie? Okay, so I've seen Parasite, I've seen The Host. There's like another movie. I swear.
Snowpiercer's the other big one.
Oh yes. Okay, Snowpiercer. Yeah, I really like Snowpiercer because it was fun. I really like when they're just going through each cart and be like, "Ooh, what's this one? What's this one?" Like that was fun. Although, the tonal shifting. I'm thinking about it now, especially with the host. Is like
the host was the first one I ever saw by him, and it was just so strange. Like, it starts out quite serious, and then I was like, is this a comedy? And then like everyone
and then all of a sudden people are dying and it's like, oh no, now we're serious? No, oh okay. I don't know.
Like it's weird because obviously you can have moments of levity in any genre, but it just, I don't know, something about it. It's just, I have a hard time emotionally following the movies.
I see. So in terms of his movies, do you think this one, I mean, again, it has a big tonal shift, but like in ranking of his movies, I guess, how do you feel about it? Like, is Parasite your favorite than this, or like, how's it go?
Yeah, I'd say Parasite, and then maybe Snowpiercer. I don't know. I'd put this sort of with the host, honestly.
On the same level as weird, as crazy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. But glad I watched it. It took me a couple tries to get through it because sometimes I just don't have the attention span for subtitles. So I started it and I was like, nope, not paying attention, and I had to watch it again another day.
Sometimes you gotta do that. It's okay to watch it in chunks. We gotta digest however we can, because movies are too long.
They're too long.
They are too long.
Exactly.
Remember the days when they were like an hour and a half and you're like, yes, baby. And that was a long one.
I know. That should be like, not max, but average. Like average should be an hour and a half.
Not 3. Not 3 hours.
Yeah. Especially depending on genre. Comedy, never above 90 minutes.
Never.
Like horror, never above 90 minutes.
Only drama, pretty much, should be the only one that is over. That might push the 2-hour mark. That's the only one, really, I feel. Yeah. And epics. But who makes an epic anymore? And Marvel is not an epic. Marvel sucks.
Should not be Marvel should be in the 90 minutes or less category.
Yes, absolutely. Ugh. One day we should just have a hate Marvel episode or something. And then just me hating.
I mean, there's a few Marvel movies I've liked. Actually, there's a number of Marvel movies I've liked, but then there's probably an equal amount of movies where it's like, this sucks. Learn how to make action scenes.
Yes. So is this, or it's the same action scene over and over again? Like, did I just not experience this 20 minutes ago?
Or like things start out really well, like WandaVision started off so good, and then at the end it's like floating in the sky shooting lasers from your eyes. Like, I don't need it. Like, stop.
Do that sometime. Maybe my next visit, we'll just like, we'll watch Marvel movies at like 1.5 speed. So
We'll do burger champ it.
And then so we can talk about, wow, that was the same movie 5 times in a row, because you really don't need anything else besides that. We'll just get the gist.
Or just have like multiple movies on different screens.
Yes. And we were like, oh my God, wait. We're frame by frame the same here now?
Yeah.
Oh my Yes, nerds are gonna hate us. At least from my experience from Too Many Games, which we went to like, what was it, 2 weekends ago or whatever? I swear, I work in air quotes, a booth at Too Many Games. And the couple times like people come up and talk to me, I swear to God, they would just mention Marvel, and I'd be like, oh God. Can we talk about anything else, people? No Marvel. God. So yeah, I guess I should talk about that. I should have talked about that. Nah, it's fine. It was Too Many Games. It was fun. Let's talk about what games we've been playing. Again, you have kicked my ass.
Too few games.
Too few. You have like 4 things on here, one of which we both play. Or actually, two of mine are the ones that we were playing, and we haven't even finished one of them because fuck that game, but we're going to finish it, apparently. Because we've got stories to tell on it. But okay, let's talk about the real stinker in the bunch here. The true evil is Redfall.
Although I would argue that Redfall is significantly better than the other game we're going to talk about.
It's
still real bad.
It's still real bad. It's so bad. Oh, so Pam, tell me about Redfall.
Yes. Redfall by Arcane Studios. Game Pass day one. It's this open world in Massachusetts. There's vampires. They've blocked out the sun, so it's kind of dark all the time. But there's
it's not really dark.
It doesn't really make sense. And you're trying to free the sun, not get killed by vampires, with a group of friends.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's the gist of it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we had a lot of hype for this game.
We did, because we're always looking for 4-player cooperative online multiplayer games. And I feel like we might have played them all. I feel like we're scraping the bottom of the barrel lately. But yeah, we played Redfall. How many weeks? Like 4 or 5 weeks?
Yeah, we played it like 4 or 5 weeks,
Which still isn't like super, it's still only like maybe 12 hours or something we played it, which isn't, huge. But yeah, it was just very repetitive. Like all the missions were kind of the same thing. The AI was so incredibly stupid. You could just be standing there and it would be like, huh? Like question marks above its head, like, where'd he go? And you're like, I'm right here, asshole. And it's like
there was one time I'm in a house and I'm shooting out to the bad guys and all of you are outside. So I'm just like trying to go like around flanking around the corner outside. Literally a bad guy stands next to me as in shooting outward and I look over, I'm like, hi. Does not even recognize I am there, just shooting outward towards you guys. I'm like, really, idiot. Oh my god, it's so bad.
Yeah, it was not good. And the ending in particular, like the last mission, the final boss fight, where we didn't really even fight the boss. Also, I had no idea who we were fighting. But
also that. The story in itself, the way it's told, you like go through the doors or whatever into these like super, like I don't want to say alternate universe, but like this like extra world. Like what is it? The upside down world, we'll call it. It's like the upside down. So you go into the upside down world so you can go see what happened, how Redfall became the way it was. But the way they tell it to you is you go get these like blue orby things and then they tell you the story, but they don't show faces. They just have voices talking. Yeah, it's like just voiceover.
Like a wireframe of a character.
Yeah, and like them just standing like this and talking, and then them standing like this and talking. And it's like, what the fuck is happening? Nobody's paying attention to this. You couldn't like even screenshots of images of people talking. Like I have no idea who these fucking people are because they have no face.
They have no faces. Yeah, it was so strange because on the one hand, I don't really want a huge amount of story in a game like this where you're playing with other people. Like we like just to, go. But they had all of these things. Like anytime a mission started, you got a different scene based on which character you were playing, but the scenes were just like kind of like still images, and then it would like switch to the other with voiceover, like no cutscenes, no anything, and again just like the voiceover with like an outline of a human to tell the story, and it was I don't know,
awful.
Yeah,
awful. No, I mean I generally get what happened, generally speaking, but it was boring. Not interesting, tropey, repetitive. Some of the guns felt good, but I didn't feel like, I mean, thankfully it wasn't as loot heavy as some of these games tend to be.
Yeah.
But I also felt like I never really got a good gun. You know what I mean? Like I got my one gun and then I get like an upgraded version of another type of gun. I'm like, fuck that shit. I'll just stick with this gun.
Yeah.
And I was still killing things so easily. So I was like, why would I go to, like, there's no incentive, Like, ugh.
And so many of the special abilities were just garbage. Like I had the elevator thing, and the elevator would like go up 10 feet. It's like, where am I taking this? Like, how is this helping me? I felt like Brizz's teleporter did actually help us out in some situations, but I felt like mine was just garbage. And I felt like I'm pretty sure Burger's character had another of that kind of thing. It was like a big high jump, which I had played that character at first, and I kind of found it to be garbage. And he also said his like bird didn't work very well. So
just broken.
It's just
awful game. It just, why? Just don't like, if you're gonna do this, just don't. If you're gonna release this game like this, why?
Why? Yeah.
Either take the extra time or fucking chunk it. I don't know, because I heard like the story of it or whatever is like after the acquisition, after they were acquired to be like distributed through Bethesda or something, is when they started like, okay, we're gonna release this, but it had problems prior to that. Like, again, generally speaking, internet gossip or whatever. I'm probably totally wrong, but either way, like, why game studios do you do this? Half-ass things. Don't half-ass this.
Yeah.
That's how you get reputation like Bethesda, where we know that games are going to be janky when you release them. Just like Starfield's going to be. I can't wait for that hot mess to be released. So I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. It just, the whole concept was just boring. Like, I cannot imagine playing that by myself. Like, if I had been playing it alone, I would turn it on for 10 minutes and immediately turn it off. Like, it...
Yeah, we tolerate a lot for our
we do. We tolerate a lot with a group of friends. So yeah,
we must like each other a lot or something. I don't know.
I guess so. We'll play through the worst garbage games just to spend some time together.
Oh, we love each other. We're the best. Well, before we get to my other hot trash, what else have you been playing? Hopefully better than Redfall. Let's alleviate some of this.
I'm now realizing that 3 of my 4 games are co-op games. So another thing I played was House of Ashes, which is in the Dark Pictures anthology. This is by Supermassive, who did like The Quarry and Until Dawn. We played through, what was it called? The Devil in Me, I think. We did that one on Discord with a bunch of people.
Yeah. I did that one, didn't I? Didn't I play that one? No,
I think I played that one. You played The Quarry.
That's right. That's what it was.
Yeah.
God, I don't remember.
So they're all just shorter, like, I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 hour games, and it's very much like a sort of choose your own adventure. So this one takes place in the Iraq War, and a group of military and CIA are in like a firefight, and then the ground opens up between them, and they find themselves underground, and there are monsters there, and so they have to work together to stay alive, but of course they get separated. And so the way that co-op was that we each selected we took turns selecting characters. So I was controlling 3 characters, and he was controlling 2 characters, and we like played through that way, so just sort of handing off the controller whenever the perspective switched. And I actually really liked this one. This was my favorite of the Dark Pictures anthology. Like, I liked it better than Devil in Me. I liked it better than the Ghost Ship one that came out first. Like, the characters were better. I really liked the monsters in this one. It was they're kind of like vampires, but they were really neat kind of monsters. So I actually really liked House of Ashes. So
I've heard that this one is probably the best one out of them. Like, the ship one, trash. They suck.
No, the ship one was bad. And then there was another one. It was like a ghost town. I played that one with Mel a while ago, and that one was better. Although I also played Ghost Ship by myself, which was probably the worst thing. So then I played the next one with Mel, and it was better. And then the one that we all played on Discord, I feel like was even better. But then I feel like House of Ashes was the best of the 4.
Did all your people survive in the end?
No, one of them died fairly early on. Oh, and then another one died right near the end. So I think, oh no, and then another two people survived. I'm just like, oh, everyone will. Oh wait, no, 2 people survived out of 5.
I think that's the funnest part about these games, like seeing how many people
Mhm.
you can get to survive. Of course, nobody ever survives the first round, but
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah. I always lose someone. Like in Until Dawn, which was like the first one I ever played by these people, which is also the first one like this they made. I was doing so well, and then I lost one person because on PS4, rather than like doing the heartbeat thing, which they've taken to lately, you had to hold your controller perfectly still while it vibrated. And I lost someone. I guess it moved, and he got his head cut off.
Oh.
Because I've been doing so good until then. But yeah, I like this one. It was fun. There was a big swaths of time where no one had to touch a controller, and it was just like watching, but it was fun enough to watch. So
Yeah, I've watched a Let's Play of this one. I haven't played through this one, and I enjoyed this one. I like the monsters too, the vampire things that are from like ancient Egypt or whatever it was. Yeah. Cool.
I like them a lot.
Or ancient Mesopotamia. Not Mesopotamia. Whatever the Middle East is thousands of years ago. No idea.
Us, we're history scholars over here.
Oh yeah, we're real good with names and real good with history.
Names, places, we just know everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're good at wine.
We are good at wine. I will give us that. We are absolutely good with wine.
So what else have you been playing?
Okay, so we'll talk about. Okay, so we haven't finished this game. We're going to finish this tonight on easy mode.
Yeah.
Mostly because we have by then drank a bottle of wine and we can functionally complete this game. So we are playing Jumunji. All right, I'm blaming Burger on this. So this is a 4-player co-op game. And Burger was like, oh, this is 4-player co-op. It kind of looks like it would be like Strange Brigade. Cool. We love Strange Brigade and all of its quirkiness.
Was great.
It was fun. I was like, I will absolutely pay money to try another Strange Brigade type game. So we missed, both you and me both missed the initial sale where it was like, I don't know, $10 or whatever. And so like last week, we're like, all right, we'll just buy it and play it. Hopefully it'll be good. Yours ended up being like really expensive. Mine was still like
$45 Canadian, with like including tax. It was like, it's highway robbery, especially now that we know how long the game is.
Yeah.
And I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, if it costs this much, it needs to be this long. But this game is apparently like a 90-minute game, and it was $45.
Yeah. Mine was 30.
And it's garbage. It's 90 minutes and it's garbage.
Garbage.
If it was like the best 90-minute game I've ever played, I'd be fine with it. But
if they had decent mechanics, oh my god. So pretty much you're playing, it's
the new Jumunji.
The new Jumunji with like The Rock and Jack Black. Yeah. So not old Jumunji. So, 4-player co-op, yay. You just literally go through a dungeon, you defend a thing, go through another dungeon, you defend a thing, go through another dungeon, defend the thing, and this is the game.
That is the game.
That is the game. The shoot is terrible. Everything is terrible.
It's bad. There's no feedback on like when you're doing something, when something's shooting you. Every time I die, it's a complete surprise. Like there's no like, oh, you're taking damage, screen flash, controller rumble. It's just like just dead out of nowhere. Like
yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely awful. Yep. Yep.
And then my specific thing where I invert the y-axis and it resets it on me anytime the game loads. Anytime I die, anytime we go to a new level, it's just like, oh, you wanted that inverted? Tell me again.
It just wants you to talk to it, Pam. It's lonely.
Just tell me what to do.
Oh, it's so bad. Oh my
It's
god.
so bad.
It really just, I mean, I get that some of these games, like these licensed games or whatever, are going to be terrible, but this is unspeakably bad. And so we had, I forget, we played it on easy mode initially, and we're like, oh, this is too easy. So we bumped it up to like medium or hard mode, whatever it is they call it in the game. And all it is just more guys coming at you just to swarm you. And I'm like, this is not making it more difficult. This makes it more annoying.
We also forgot in between run through a dungeon, charge up an obelisk, trap room also. Then there's a trap room, but you can just run through the traps and then there's health kits. Like you don't have to, you can just run through them. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Like I don't want to get hurt. Who gives a fuck? There's another health kit at the end that's going to heal you. Just run through the mother trucking thing. There's no incentive. There's no stakes at all in this game.
I mean, I guess in concept it's kind of like Strange Brigade in that you go through a level, you shoot guys, there's some collectibles, there's some traps, but just like a totally bad version of it.
Yeah.
Also, there's no boss fights. It's always just rushes of enemies.
Yes. You complete a level or you complete a stage and then you're kicked back out into the main home screen and then you got to go back in through the whole process. It's like just terrible. Very half-assed.
Yeah.
So don't get Jumunji. But we're going to finish it.
We're gonna finish it. I mean, I spent $45 on it now, and now that I know there's only like half an hour left, I'm like, I'm fucking finishing this game.
Out of
Xbox
spite.
won't refund me. Yeah,
that's also the bitch because Xbox didn't refund either of us. So now we're stuck with this bullshit $30, $40 game.
I can't believe this is more than $20. Like, honestly,
I can't believe it's more than $5.
Yeah.
Like, seriously? Just, it makes me angry. It makes me angry. I'm going to drink more. But yeah.
Yeah, it's a bad game. But we're going to finish it.
We're going to finish
soon.
it.
Yeah.
We're going to do it. From hell or high water. What else have you been playing?
I played Planet of Lana, which is a cinematic platformer. It is on Game Pass right now. It's very much like Limbo and Inside, except it's very bright. So there's blue skies and there's green fields. However, tonally, you play a small child and your whole town gets kidnapped by robot monsters, so like it's still kind of dark, and so you have to go after them. You're looking for your best friend who's been kidnapped. I guess you don't really care about the rest of your village. You're just like this one friend. You're like, no, I need this one back. And then so then you go through all these levels where you're some little platforming puzzles, some stealthing while you're hiding from these machines, and you find a little buddy who's this little, I don't know, void creature or something, and he helps you out and by like knocking ropes down or distracting monsters, but you also need to keep this thing alive, which kind of turns the whole game into like an escort quest for me, which I don't really like.
Oh no.
Yeah, and overall I just found that the whole game was kind of dull. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of tired of the cinematic platformer, but I just felt like Limbo and Inside both did it better. Even things like Little Nightmares were better. This was just kind of like a little slow. Controls felt a little bit on the sluggish side, and I'm kind of surprised I finished it because like an hour and a half in, I was like, meh. But it's only maybe a 4-hour game, so I figured I'd get to the end. But overall, it was just kind of very like, whatever.
I mean, at least it was short, but yeah. I don't know. Well, how was it visually though?
I mean, it's a very pretty game. It looks like all the backgrounds look painted and they're very pretty. I know a number of people liked it. Like Burger really liked it. I don't know. It didn't really do much for me, and I didn't like having to keep the creature alive.
Fuck escort missions. That was like the really one thing that like, not the one thing that kind of like again, I'm a Resident Evil gamer now, apparently. But like in Resident Evil 4, you have to escort fucking Ashley around half the fucking time during the game. And I was like, I'm going to hate this because I hate escorting things through video games. I find it so tedious. And I don't want to babysit you. I just want to go and plow through things and kill things.
Hate it. I was a big World of Warcraft player, and anytime there was an escort quest, like the default is that you run. You get an escort quest, and whoever you're escorting is just like strutting along, doing their thing, just aggroing every enemy in the zone. Like, fuck.
Like, just run, you idiot.
Just run, yeah.
Yeah, I hate them. I hate that in games with the holy fucking passion. Like, there's that game, I know Blink speedrun this a lot. Ico, is that how you pronounce it? No.
I couldn't finish Ico because of that.
No, I don't want to hold this girl's hand and run across this.
I don't want to hold her hand. I don't want to escort her. Chick, do your own thing. Grab a sword or something. Like, be useful, please.
Please,
or go
do
hide,
something.
Or like something. Yeah.
I'm glad we're on the same page with it. I hate that.
Yeah, because I love Shadow of the Colossus so much, and then I was like, oh well, Eco is like the same thing, and I was like, nope, can't finish this.
No. Yes, agreed. Well, that's a shame that you didn't like it, especially since it's like a Metroidvania. I don't know. There's so many of them. You have so many. It's not Metroidvania. No. Cinematic platformer. Lord help me with these genres.
Yeah, but there's much better ones like Limbo, Inside, Little Nightmares 2. Even though I have a bit of a love-hate with that, but like I don't know, those are all much more interesting. This was just kind of
yeah. My last game.
Your last game.
My last game. So technically, at the recording of this right now, I'm going to finish it tomorrow on stream. But
oh wow, are you already that? You just started not that long ago, didn't you?
Yeah, it's not a long game. I started it last week. I'm playing Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, apparently.
I haven't played that one.
It's
scary.
Yeah. First off, I need more bullets. Secondly, I need more spots to hold more bullets.
Need more health. Need more light.
Need more health. I need more light. I need I need Ethan to not be a fucking pussy and push the trigger button more effectively. And when I heal, not to look at his hand and go, yes, the manicure. Like, which I get. Ethan is not Chris or Leon, sexy Leon, my bae. That he's not a trained soldier. He's just some guy looking for his wife. He's just a guy looking for his stupid wife, who we are not Team Mia. We are Team Zoe. That's all I'm saying in terms of like spoiler, I guess. But so the story is veering away from the traditional Resident Evils prior. We have Ethan, a new protagonist, who gets a video from his wife who's been missing for 3 years saying, Ethan, I have lied to you. Don't follow me. Because she's been missing for 3 years. She thought she was dead. And you get this video going, don't follow me? Well, the bitch is going to follow you, so.
Yeah, of course.
So he goes into, whoops, I hit my mic, goes into the depths of Louisiana to go find his wife. And into a random ass house, which architecturally speaking, I have to say, these people have just built house upon house upon house, and it's ridiculously huge. Pre-grossness of Resident Evil viruses, these people have the most ridiculous house I've ever seen in my life. That aside, he shows up at this house, and it's just these people have been infected by maybe not the virus, but a portion of the virus. And so he has to make his way out with his girl Mia and or Zoe, whoever he decides to, he's better associated with. We're on Team Zoe, but not. And so, yeah, that's the story. Ethan, it's in first person, which is different than the previous Resident Evils because they've all been in third person. Apparently, I have better aim in first person. I guess.
Okay.
But I am really enjoying this game. I do not enjoy my inventory management, but I'm really enjoying the shoot. I really enjoy the story. I enjoy the puzzles. The puzzles are very good. I love a lot of aspects of this game. It's not beating 4 for me. Let's be real.
No. Okay.
But it's fun. It's like an homage back, which I knew going into it. It's going to be an homage back to the more original Resident Evils. And so it makes me more excited to go play Ethan when he's a little bit more badass and maybe he can actually pull a trigger a little bit more effectively. Because I swear to fucking God, this boy, I'm like, shoot, Ethan, shoot. And then he's like, oh, wait, my hands, like, shoot the fucking gun. He's a struggle.
Just because, so he's the protagonist in 8, and he's got some weird hand stuff going on there too. So
this boy's hands have gone through some things.
They will go through more things. Yes.
Like, it's not really a spoiler. Like, the first half hour of the game, one of his hands gets like chopped off, and I'm like, am I gonna be handless the rest of this game? No, magic water.
Yeah.
He gets a foot chopped off. Magic water.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's just a flesh wound.
It's just a flesh wound.
We thank thee, Lord, that in thy mercy... Come on, then. What? How at you? You are indeed brave, Sir Knight, but the fight is mine.
Oh, had enough, eh?
Look, you stupid bastard, you've got no arms left.
Yes, I have.
Look!
It's just a flesh wound.
I'll gnaw your ankles. What did that guy say? Oh, I love Monty Python. But yeah, I find myself really enjoy streaming these games. I don't care if anybody watches. I mean, I love that people watch and want to help and chat with me. But it's just fun trying to figure them out because I'm real bad at puzzles. And it's so helpful. They're like, yo, idiot. Go into that room and look at the thing. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm enjoying playing these type of games on stream because I'm real bad. I'm real bad. But they're fun. They're fun. So
yeah,
I will play 8 as soon as I get 8. I need.
I really liked 8. So
yeah. I want some Lady Dimitrescu.
Also, her daughters are really hot. Like
everyone is hot, and I know it's only like I've seen Let's Plays of it, so let's be real. Nothing is really a spoiler for that, but yeah, I've seen. Wait, I don't know where I was going with that. Jesus Christ. Anyhow,
she's not in a huge portion of the game. She's like
that's what I meant.
Quarter.
Yeah, she's only first like quarter or something, and then you just move on to next thing. It's very similar to like the story structure of this game. Like you go through the dad, the mom, douchebag Lucas, and such in order to get towards the end. So it's very much that similar structure where you go through each different character's place.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I should play that one at some point. I should also play the remakes. Maybe.
I think you should play Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the best.
Yeah. I mean, I played like the first chapter 2.
Oh, that's right. When we were together, when you were here, we played it. Leon, that sexy bitch.
And that awful hard church scene.
Oh my God. Right? We're playing on normal mode. It's like, what?
Running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Like,
if Michelle can beat it, Lord knows it can happen. So, I mean, one of the bosses I like chugged through like at least an hour. And I swear to God, I screamed in excitement whenever I beat the fucking... It was the little Salazar dude, Lord Salazar kid. You're like, did you beat the child yet? I was like, not yet. Yeah, that one. Anyhow.
that guy.
Yeah. Right. What else? What is the final game you've been playing?
So my last game is another co-op game. This is called The Past Inside. And this is by the makers of the Rusty Lake series, which is a series of kind of like escape room puzzle games, except this one is co-op. It's pretty cool because you don't actually have to link your games up in any way, but it starts out at the start and it was like one of you has to be the past and one of you has to be the future. So you have to like pick a different one, and then it's like be your butterfly, and so you pick whichever one, and that sort of like sets your game for you. And it's another one very much like the We Were Here series that I've been playing through this year, where you just have to like really communicate over voice, like, oh, I see this, I see that, oh, I have this passcode, and then the other person inputs the passcode, and then they have like a certain other thing. They're like, oh, well, here's a sequence of things, and then you put it in yours. So it was just like that. It had like a kind of creepy story. Like it started off and I was in the future and I was just looking at this box, but the other person is in the box in the past. And so you're working together to do things, and at one point you can like look in it and see them, but then there's also like this creepy shadow man and there's creepy masks, and so it's all very creepy the way through. But the puzzles are very, for the most part, intuitive, and again, it's just mostly about communicating in order to get through everything. So that was good. Like I just played that last night. It was like a 90-minute game, online only, but yeah. Super fun.
Nice. Is it just 2-player online co-op? That's fun though. I like the perspective of one person's a future and one person's a past. Like that's a fun perspective to look at it.
Yeah. It was neat. And talking about like what we were seeing, I was like, oh, here, because your character's father is like a big part of it, and I was like, oh, look, there's Daddy, and I was like, what? Where? I don't have a dad. Like,
How do you say like Daddy? Oh my god, I got so sick of in Resident Evil 7. They're like, Daddy's coming. I'm like, Daddy, huh? Really? Ew. Who says Daddy still? Ew.
No, I mostly just said that to make Dylan uncomfortable.
Daddy's here.
Daddy's here. Daddy wants us to get him the blood.
Daddy says I gotta go to bed now. Ew, gross.
It is fucking gross. I just like to be upsetting, so.
It's the best. Absolutely. Are we kidding? Love it. Well, good. I'm glad you're finding fun 2-player co-op things. That's good. It's good. We just need more 4-player co-ops. Good.
Yes. Actually, if anyone watching right now has suggestions for 2-player or 4-player co-op games, co-op, not compete against each other, like work together.
Campaign co-op, multiplayer, campaign massive like crap or whatever, like Call of Duty, whatever's, does not count. Campaign.
No MMOs. I don't like sandbox games, even though other people like sandbox games.
I'll play a sandbox game, but it has to, at this point in my life, it has to be a particular kind. So, please tell us what they are. I will send you cookies.
Fun.
Fun cookies. All right. Pickups.
What have you picked up?
Have you picked up you don't have anything on this list. Is it just me?
If you can see back there, I picked up a controller stand beside my record player.
Oh, I
so
do
I
see
can
it.
display 3 of my nice Xbox controllers, and then on the back it has a place for my headphones. So that is the one gaming related pickup I have. I'm not bringing it here.
You're like, I'm not picking up that.
It's over there if you're interested.
Okay, so I'll show the fun thing. Not fun thing. I'll show the urn first. Okay, first thing I picked up. All right, so I've spent an exorbitant amount of money on this. Why? I don't know. My sister shared it with me. I bought it from fucking Japan.
Oh, your urn.
My urn. I bought an urn. No, this is not an urn. This is a cocktail shaker. This is, okay, first off, oh my God, this thing. All right, so this is the cocktail shaker from Final Fantasy Remake. It comes in this happy little box, which is...
What's the picture on the front?
Seventh Heaven.
Oh, Seventh Heaven. Okay.
Seventh Heaven. So you'd think for the amount of money I spent on this mother trucker that this would be a nicer box. It looks like this is nice. It's not.
Yeah, it's not nice. Oh.
It's not. It's pretty cheap.
Knock on it.
It's pretty.
Okay.
It's pretty cheap. It's very light. This is not a heavy box. This is kind of shitty. Let's be real. This is kind of shitty. Although this like velvet inside makes it seem like Zibian. No. No. This is pretty cheap. So anyway.
So just the cocktail shaker came in the box?
The urn / cocktail shaker came in the box. I can't even like close it now. There we go. All right. So this is from, what did I order this? I don't remember what I ordered this off of. So let's just say Michelle spent, I don't remember honestly. It might have been $170.
Jesus.
It might have been on this cocktail shaker. Basic bitch cocktail shaker, nice tin with its top onto the
small,
thing.
Though. Right?
It's
small.
It's a pretty small one. So you'd only probably make singles off of this bad boy. This in itself right here, worth $10.
Yeah.
Then you have this top part, which is this is where all the weight is. This is probably like, I don't know, half a pound. I don't know. This thing is fucking heavy that you put on top of it where you shake it. And then this, all this with our cheap ass box, $170-ish.
That's ridiculous. Like, I can't believe like it didn't come with like the game or something. I don't know, like a soundtrack download code. Like
I got a coaster. I got a coaster.
Not 7 remake.
Nope. For Final Fantasy 6. Yep, that's what I got. A coaster. To be honest, this could be a lot better. 1,000% better for what I paid for this. From fucking Japan that I pre-ordered back in February that I just got recently. So weight-wise, once you have this thing on it, it feels great. Is it really that functional as a cocktail shaker? Not sure yet. I haven't tried it.
Okay.
But these type of cocktail shakers tend to leak anyways because the sealing is not my favorite. It seals from the outside versus inside for other like the classic Boston cocktail shakers and such. So I imagine I cannot wear a white shirt if I try this. So I have not tried it yet. As today I'm wearing a white shirt. So we'll see. That is pickup number uno. Now for the vinyl. Now for my true addiction.
Well, I recognize that red one. I pre-ordered something.
Ooh.
It's not going to be here for like 6 months probably, but
what did you pre-order?
Citizen Sleeper.
Oh, I shared that one. Yeah. Good. So first one, I pre-ordered this long time ago. There was delays. I got Mother 2. Yay. Beautiful. It's a beautiful little vinyl. I got the orange one, orange starburst one. Very cool. I've actually, have you ever played Earthbound?
Nope.
Me either, really. I played like the first hour or so why did I get this? No idea, just got it.
Because you have a problem.
Because I have a problem, because it's an RPG. It's a JRPG specifically, and Michelle has a problem. So, next one I got is one we have played, Loop Hero. Still haven't finished it.
I feel like it would take a long time to finish it.
I feel like as well. I also got, this one's in different colors. This one's also fun orange. But the cool part is, so this picture right here, that, I know you can't see it from here. Maybe I'll take a picture and just put it on screen whenever this is.
Is it trees?
Yes, it's a trees.
Okay.
So that, this came with fun art, kind of like this, but not that. But it came with its own like poster art that looked like that, or just a picture. So I framed it and put it. Whoa, my headphone came out. Framed it and put it up on the wall because I was like, oh, this is cute. So, so yeah, I got a fun poster from it, and I got Loop Hero again, even though I did not finish it, and I do not intend on finishing it because we were just walking in a fucking circle.
Yeah, walking in a circle.
The music isn't even that great, but again, I have an addiction. That's a problem. But my real true treasure that I got from this is I mentioned I went to Too Many Games. I go to Too Many Games every year to help out my sister. Helping out my sister also gets me a vendor pass. Fun fact.
Nice.
And I can go ahead of everybody and just walk around when there's nobody around. It's so nice to walk around a con and shop when nobody's around.
Before anyone's there, yeah.
Yes, it's such a treasure. So there was a lot of vendors there that I had seen previously or knew from last year because I also helped out last year. So there's this vendor called Just Press Play. They're based out of Lancaster, but I think they have a couple locations, and they always have a lot of good video game vinyl at their stores. And I travel to their store, like I'll drive the hour and a half, that whatever it takes me to order their stores. And I have been meaning to get this for a while. And so I got Hollow Knight piano.
Ooh.
Look how cute his little piano.
I love
It
that.
is so cute. It's so cute. So yeah, this is Hollow Knight piano editions. This is also, why is everything
Also,
red?
everything's orange. Today,
Everything
yeah.
is orange. I think this one is actually like a different color. Like nope, they're both orange. Jesus Christ. All right, never mind. But this one is all done. It's the Hollow Knight, but just all done in piano. And what also I love about this, besides the fact I can never get you know what's also annoying? I can never get the fucking thing back into it cleanly.
I hate that. Yeah. That's a problem all the time.
Yes, like just make it fucking fit so I can just make it like nice and like smooth. Anywho, this has like this inside of it comes with like a book. So like
nice.
it's a book that has fun art.
Oh,
That is
good
so
illustration.
look at that. Makes you excited for Silk Song, don't it?
One day.
Someday.
Oh, the Pale King. Nice.
So like it's so cute. I love this. So
That's
yeah.
awesome.
So yeah, and I'm still going. I'm still going, my man. Like, look at this, just ridiculous. Am I at the end? I'm at the end. But this was like $60. But honestly, like the book in itself, the music is great. It's 2 discs. Happy little camper. So those are all my pickups.
Nice. Awesome.
I mean, vinyl pickups. I have a couple games I picked up, but those don't count. I don't care.
I was just thinking about our Dark Souls workout tanks. We can show those next time, or we can just wear them next time.
We're gonna wear them next time.
Mine to fit me. I actually wore not the Dark Souls one, but the other one I got from the update video that I just recorded, and I just had to keep like being like, put it just like push it to the back, so there's just like the back is just like so much room.
Yeah,
but, yeah.
Yeah, for context, Pam and I got both Dark Souls shirts, tank tops. We're calling them tank tops.
Yeah,
that
there
were
was a
supposed to be
workout tank
crops.
tops, and they have our buddy Solaire, and it says "Praise the guns."
They were
but the
fun.
shirts are for
Men.
So like, small was the smallest I could get.
I got small.
Yeah, and it's way too big, like way too big.
Everything
Sleeves
is
are
too
big.
long.
Everything is too long. Yeah. So, yeah. So you've like sewn yours. I don't know how to do that. So,
I mean, my mother taught me how to sew a long time ago, and I do have a sewing machine. It's at my family's, but it does not fit here. So I just chopped off like the sleeves and shortened it, and then the back I shortened it, and and then chopped off the bottom. I did some funky ass tailoring.
I did notice that you cropified it, of course.
I did, of course. I have to crop it. Oh my god, because the way it also too. Even though these are small and they're made for men, why do they have the women's shaping on the bottom? That's like,
I don't know,
that weird U thing that they do. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is your sizing, people?
I have such a problem with that. Like, because there was another shirt I really wanted, but it was only in just a t-shirt, and it said unisex. And I was like, well, I know that unisex means
Men.
it won't look good on me. Yeah. Unisex means people with no hips. So I know.
Yeah. The struggle is real. with women's clothing, kids. I'm just saying. So yeah, we'll wear. You know what? We'll be matching twinsies next time. We're gonna wear this
next time.
Yes.
Yeah.
By then I'll be. Oh my God, absolutely not. And by then I'll have played Bloodborne and finished Bloodborne, hopefully. So then I can talk about Bloodborne, a Souls game, while wearing a Souls game shirt. Not Dark Souls, mind you, just Bloodborne.
Yeah.
But yeah. That's an episode.
That is the episode, yes.
Thank you all for listening. If you'd like to speak to us or talk to us or email us, you can email your questions, comments at pointanddrinkadventure@gmail.com. Let's get this right, Michelle. Or leave us a comment, which we will absolutely look at on this YouTube video. This YouTube, whatever this is. What is this? This is YouTube. Yeah.
It's a YouTube video or a podcast, whatever.
Whatever.
Something.
We also have a subreddit, r/polymedia. Although apparently Reddit is not cool anymore. I don't know what that is. Like they've got rid of third-party things. I don't know.
I didn't really understand. They wanted to start charging for third-party apps, and I don't know what that means.
Me either.
I still use Reddit all the time, so I don't know. Whatever.
I barely go on Reddit to begin with. Also with Twitter, I can't wait for it. Like, what are all these new okay, we're gonna go on tangent. What are all these fucking new social media things? I just can't.
Everyone's looking for the new Twitter, but there's been so many. They're like, oh, I've literally forgotten every name but Blue Sky, which is the newest one. It's like, oh, find me here. Find me on Mastodon. Find me on I don't know. But yeah. So people are just waiting for Twitter to die. I have not joined any new social media. I don't also say much on Twitter lately or check Twitter lately. So
same, pretty much. I post when I'm streaming on Twitter. I post when this goes on.
I post when I'm streaming. I post when I have a new episode, a new video. But otherwise, like I don't actually do a whole lot of Twitter stuff. Sometimes I post on Instagram. Pictures of climbing mostly.
Yes. So post on us on Reddit and or message us on this video. Because that's where we'll see it. But yes.
Or review us on, I don't know, Apple or whatever, Spotify.
Hell
Give
yeah.
us reviews. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Make people able to find us.
Because we're fun.
And if you like what you heard here and you want to check out some more fun podcasts about video games or movies or... Mostly video games and movies. Mostly video games and movies. Check out polymedianetwork.com.
And yes.
Is there a third thing?
I feel like there's not. We're really
I feel like we're the third thing with the drinks.
Yeah, we're the third thing with the drinks.
Yeah. It's mostly video games and movies.
But yes, drink well, my friends. It's been a joy.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.